In last page, we have to see that articles that escape velocity of the solenoid at height h in terms of the gravity g, then in terms of the density ρ. After that, we have to see the variation of that capital variation of the acceleration due to gravity due to the altitudes. That is that equation for the acceleration due to gravity at height h, that is g dash is equal to small g in bracket 1 minus twice h by r. Then after that, we have to see that variation of the acceleration due to gravity below the earth at depth small d, that is g dash or zd is equal to small g in bracket 1 minus small d upon r. Today we have to see that articles that define the terms, that is latitude, polar axis and equatorial plane. After that, we have to see that variation of g with latitudes. Then previously we have to know that term latitude. That latitude means it is defined as the angle with which the line joining to the place to the center of earth with a equatorial plane is called the latitudes. That it is also defined as the angle with which the line joining the place to the center of earth makes with a equatorial plane is called the latitudes. Then second term, that is polar axis. The axis which is passing through the pole of the earth. Polar axis is defined as the axis passing through the pole of the earth around which that earth rotates is called as the polar axis. Then third term, that is equatorial plane. The plane passing through the center of earth and perpendicular to the rotation of earth or perpendicular to the axis of the earth. That equatorial plane is nothing but that plane passing through the center of earth and perpendicular to the axis of rotation of earth is called as the equatorial plane. Then we have to see that variation of small g with latitudes or the effect of rotation of earth on the small g, that is acceleration due to gravity. We know that earth rotates about its polar axis from west to the east with a uniform velocity omega. We have to know that earth is rotating about its polar axis with angular velocity omega west to the east. Then we have to consider the any point on the surface of Earth, such as that is a point P. When Earth is rotate about its polar axis, at that instant, that point P, which makes the circle around it, means it can form a particular circle of center O dash. Let us small r be the radius of the circle which is made at the point P. Let us capital R be the radius of Earth and O be the center of the Earth. E be the that equatorial plane of the Earth, where N is the north pole of Earth and S is the south pole of the Earth. Then from the geometry of figure, we have to know that is the angle EOP is equal to phi, that is latitude. Then angle O dash is equal to phi. Then PO dash is equal to small r and OP is equal to capital R. Then from the geometry of figure, in triangle, that is OPO dash, then cos phi is equal to, that is O dash P upon OP, and that is equal to the value of that O dash P is small r and value of OP is capital R. Then these equations again simplified for small r, that is capital R into cos phi. Suppose that is equations 1. But we know that the centripetal acceleration is required to that body at point P, and that centripetal acceleration of the body is nothing but that is AR is equal to R omega square. From equation 1, equation second can be written as, that is centripetal acceleration AR is equal to, that is R cos phi into omega square. That is equation 3. And the radial component of centripetal acceleration is radial component of centripetal acceleration is, that is A is equal to AR into cos phi. A is equal to AR into cos phi, that is equation 4. But from equations, that is 3 and 4, we get that A is equal to the value of AR, that is R cos phi omega square into, that is cos phi. That A is equal to R cos square phi into omega square, or that is R omega square into cos square phi, that is equation 5. that is an radial component of the that centripetal accelerations. But we know that but we know that the effective acceleration g dash, but the effective acceleration g dash at point P due to the gravity at a point P which is directed toward the center of the earth, then the effective acceleration is equal to, that is gravitational acceleration minus that centripetal acceleration. That effective acceleration g dash is equal to gravitational acceleration is g and the centripetal acceleration is, that is small e, that is equation 6. But from equations 5 and 6, from equation 5 and 6 we get, that is g dash is equal to g minus the value of that centripetal acceleration A is, that is r omega square cos square phi, and that is equation 7. And that equation 7 which represent that centripetal, that effective oscillations of the any body which is at the point P, and P be the any point on the surface of the earth. Then suppose the point that P is at the equatorial, that is case first. The point P is at equatorial, that is phi is equal to 0. Then cos phi is equal to, that is 1. Then this value which are putting in equation, suppose that is g dash is equal to g minus r omega square into 1, and g dash is equal to g minus r omega square, and that is equation 8. That is equation 8. But that equation 8 which gives the that effective acceleration at the equatorial, let us the point P, that is case second, the point P is at pole of earth, that is phi is equal to 90 degree, then cos phi is equal to 0. Then this value which are put in equation, that is g dash is equal to g minus r omega square cos square phi, that is G dash is equal to G minus, that is R omega square into 0, and that Z dash is equal to G minus 0, where G dash is equal to Z. That is the effective acceleration due to gravity at the point P, which are on the pole of the earth. Then these G dash at the pole is equal to Z E. Z E means that G dash is equal to Z E means that is acceleration due to gravity at the surface of the earth. Then that Z dash is equal to Z E is equal to G means that is equation 9 and that is equation 10. Then from equations, that is equation 8, then equation 9 and equations 10, it is clear that acceleration due to gravity on the surface of earth, which is maximum at the pole of the earth and it is minimum at the equatorial plane. From that, again we have to conclude that when any persons which is move on the surface of earth, that is equatorial to the pole, then acceleration due to gravity or the value of that small g which is increases when that person which are move on the surface of earth from pole of the earth to the equatorial, then that acceleration due to gravity which are decreases. From these articles we have to also clear that the acceleration due to gravity, that is small g, which is maximum at the pole of the earth and which is minimum at the equatorial of the earth. That is the end of this topic. That is the end of these topics. In these topics, we have to see or learn the articles. Firstly, we have to see that definitions of that gravitations. After that, we have to see that gravitational force exerted by the earth. Then we have to see that Newton's law of the gravitations, and then we have to see the statement of laws, then explanation and theoretical proof of this law. That is F is equal to capital G, capital M, small m upon R square. Then after that, we have to see the terms, that is the definition of capital G. Capital G is nothing but it is the gravitational constant and it is also known as the universal gravitational constant. And the value of this universal gravitational constant is 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Then we have to find out its unit, dimension in MKS as well as in CGS systems. After that, we have to see the definition of the that gravity, definition of the gravity, then gravity on the surface of Earth, that is small g is equal to capital G capital M upon R square. Then we have to see the another article for the gravity at height h, that is Gh is equal to capital G capital M upon R plus H brackets square. Then we have to see the interrelationship in between that small g and gh, that is gh by z is equal to, in brackets, r upon r plus h bracket square. After that, we have to see that satellites, types of satellites, then projection of satellites, then fixation of orbit of the satellites. For projection of satellite, there is a necessity of the three types of the velocities. One, critical velocity. Second, horizontal velocity. And third, that is escape velocity. Then that three velocities are required for fixation of the orbit of the satellite around the Earth. Then we have to see that critical velocity at the various points on the surface of Earth in terms of gravity, in terms of that gravity at height h, in terms of density rho at the various points. Then after that, we have to see the binding period of the satellites. Then that period of satellite very close to the surface of Earth in terms of gravity, in terms of the density, and the period of satellite at height h around the surface of Earth in terms of that oscillation due to gravity as in terms of the density. Then we have to see the binding energy of a satellite at the various points on the surface of Earth and at height h. Then we have to see the escape velocity of the satellites. Then we have to see that Kepler's law of planetary motions. Then we have to see that Kepler's three law, that is Kepler's first law, law of the elliptical orbit, Kepler's second law, that is law of area, and Kepler's third law, that is the law of the periods. Then after that, we have to see that variation of g due to that altitudes, and after that we have to see that variation of g with latitudes. All these articles we have to learn in these topics, and then we have to know the important formulae of the various terms in these topics. That is the aim of theoretical parts of that topics. Then we have to see the numerical parts and the MCQs on these topics.